On a peaceful farm, a wealthy father oversees his land, his workers tending to crops and animals. His younger son, restless and eager for adventure, approaches him with a bold request. With impatience in his voice, he demands his share of the inheritance, wanting to leave and explore the world. The father, his heart heavy with sorrow, grants his son's request, watching as he takes the gold and departs, unaware of the hardships ahead. In a bustling city filled with laughter and music, the young man revels in his newfound freedom. Surrounded by so-called friends, he spends his fortune on extravagant feasts, fine clothing, and endless entertainment. The world seems to be at his feet, and he believes the good times will never end. But as the nights of celebration turn into days of reckless spending, his wealth dwindles, and his friends begin to disappear one by one, leaving him alone in an unfamiliar world. The once proud young man now wanders the streets, his fine clothes reduced to rags, his stomach empty. Desperate, he finds work feeding pigs on a distant farm, an unthinkable job for someone who once lived in comfort. Kneeling by the trough, he watches the pigs eat, hunger gnawing at him. He has fallen further than he ever imagined, and for the first time he begins to understand the consequences of his choices. As the sun sets over the countryside, the young man sits alone on a hill, staring at the road that leads back home. Memories of his father's kindness fill his mind, and he realizes that even the servants in his father's house live better than he does now. Shame and regret weigh on his heart, but a small hope begins to grow. He decides to return, not as a son, but as a servant, hoping for even a fraction of the life he once had. The father, as he has done every day since his son left, stands outside his home, gazing at the horizon. Suddenly, a familiar figure appears in the distance, ragged and weak. His heart leaps with joy. Without hesitation, he runs to his son, tears streaming down his face. The young man, overcome with emotion, falls to his knees, ready to beg for forgiveness. But before he can finish his words, his father embraces him tightly, whispering, "Welcome home." The house is alive with joy. A grand feast is prepared, with music, laughter, and the aroma of roasted meat filling the air. The young man, now bathed, dressed in fine robes and wearing a golden ring, sits at the table beside his father, overwhelmed by love and mercy. Servants hurry to bring more food, while guests raise their cups in celebration. It is a moment of pure happiness, except for one figure standing outside watching in silence. The older brother stands apart, his arms crossed, as he watches the celebration unfold. His face is filled with frustration. He has remained loyal, worked hard, and never left. Yet no such feast was ever given for him. His father approaches, speaking gently, reminding him that all he has belongs to him. But tonight they celebrate because his lost brother has returned. The older brother listens, torn between pride and love, as the sounds of joy echo from within the house. As dawn breaks over the fields, the father stands between his two sons, his arms around them both. The younger son looks forward with renewed purpose, grateful for the love he did not deserve but was freely given. The older son, still conflicted, begins to understand the depth of their father's heart. The sun rises higher, casting a golden light over them, symbolizing a new beginning. The story ends, but its lesson remains. Redemption is always possible for those who choose to return home.